If you have someone in your life that you truly love, give them a hug tonight and tell them how much you appreciate them. Because the family of Rebecca Barsotti, they can't do that anymore. Her disappearance is a real life mystery that unfolded in the rugged wilderness of Montana in July of 2021. Her story has captivated and confounded both the local community and those who follow nationwide cases. Her case has chilling details and many unanswered questions. Rebecca was just 33 years old when she went missing, and her story remains a strong reminder of how easily someone can vanish, even in a world where people are more connected than ever. Rebecca was known for her adventurous spirit and deep love for the outdoors, described as vibrant, full of life, funny, and she was also very dedicated to her dog Cerebrus, who was a Belgian Malinois who often accompanied her on hikes and outdoor training sessions. Now, at the time of her disappearance, Rebecca was navigating the complexities of a recent separation from her ex husband. This bond has caused her so much strain and pain, and she needed these walks and the outdoor escapes to find some sense of balance in life, some sense of peace. But despite her personal struggles, she had the strength and fortitude to keep on going. On July 20th of 2021, she set out on what appeared to be a normal day. After picking up some of her things from her ex-husband's home and with the help of an intermediary, Rebecca and Cerebrus, her dog, headed to the Clark Fork River for a training session, a routine outing for her and her beloved dog. Now let's talk about her disappearance. That very afternoon, Rebecca's car was found parked at a rest stop off Interstate 90 near the river. Her personal belongings, which included her phone, her keys, her dog leash, and even her driver's license, yes, her driver's license, were found on the shore of the river. Carefully placed but eerily abandoned. Nearby was a video on her phone showing her training Cerebrus on the riverbank. After that, Rebecca simply vanished. At this point here, I want to ask you, what do you think happened? Why was her stuff in the car like that? Please put that in the comments below. What happened here? Let's push forth. The search efforts for her began soon after. Law enforcement, people from the community, and volunteers scoured the river and surrounding areas, hoping to find any sign of her. Tragically, a few days later, Cerebrus, her dog, his body was found downstream, having apparently drowned. Now, this discovery raised more questions than answers. Was she trying to rescue him? Or what happened? Did something else go wrong? Despite extensive searches that included divers, drones, and volunteers, no trace of Rebecca was ever found. Some think maybe she drowned. Others think something happened that was not to ever see the light of day. But there were no definitive answers because there was no definitive evidence. The case today remains unsolved. Rebecca's case is just an example of how easily people can disappear, especially in remote areas or dangerous environments. Many factors contribute to disappearances, from accidents to environmental hazards to foul play. In Rebecca's case, while some believe her disappearance was just a tragic accident, her family continues to ask questions whether something more sinister was involved. When people go missing, it's tragic for the family, it's tragic for friends, it is difficult to accept, and in most cases, it is never accepted. Her family's suspicions to this day have not faded. They raised concerns very early on because of the restraining order against her ex husband. While no direct evidence was found, the lack of substantial clues makes the mystery that much more unsettling. And the family continues to advocate for answers. As months pass, the initial flurry of search efforts begin to dwindle. But her family has remained strong in their search for answers. They even offered a $12,000 reward for any information that could lead to her discovery. Her disappearing has left an impact on the community, her friends, and most of all, her family. It's a haunting mystery, isn't it? She's out there with her dog. The dog's body is found. Her personal items are found near the area there, but she's not there. So whether Rebecca's fate was the result of an accident or something more nefarious, her story will continue to resonate with those who seek to understand how a vibrant young woman could just vanish without a trace. As promised, here's the update for Rebecca. On June 2nd of 2022, she was identified via her dental records that a body was found in the riverbank. So this case, as far as finding her body, has been closed. Before I start this missing persons case, I want to apologize most sincerely for any mispronunciation. This person is of Icelandic descent, and so myself being American, I'm going to have some problems here with her name and maybe some places, but it was still told with love and concern and care. So please again, I apologize for any mispronunciations. On the cold morning of January 14th of 2017, 20-year-old Birna Brankovic disappeared after a night out in Reykjavik, Iceland, in what would become one of the country's most high-profile and chilling murder cases. Birna was last seen leaving a nightclub, Hura, about 4 a.m. Video footage shows her later buying a kebab and walking down Reykjavik's main shopping street at about 5 a.m. After that, she vanished without a trace. When Birna did not return home by the next day, her parents, very concerned, called the police. In Iceland, a country with one of the lowest crime rates in the entire world, they were unaccustomed to handling such cases. But an extensive and high-powered search operation was quickly launched. In a nation of just 330,000 people, her disappearance shook the community, and almost 600 volunteers joined forces with the Iceland police in the search. This mission was unprecedented in scale, requiring helicopters, boats, drones, and hundreds of volunteers searching rugged terrain in Iceland's coastlines. 2 days after the investigation, Birna's shoes, a pair of Doc Martens, were found near Reykjavik's harbor. This evidence, it led investigators to search the local area around the port. Soon after, security footage revealed a red car parked near the harbor around the same time that Birna went missing. The vehicle, a Kia Rio, it had been rented by two Greenlandic sailors who had docked their trawler, Polar Nanook, at the port. On January 22, 8 days after she was officially missing, Birna's body was discovered on a beach near the Suljavik Lighthouse, 65 meters from Reykjavik. The cause of her death was determined to be drowning, but not before she had been assaulted. The two sailors were immediately arrested, and one of them, Thomas Muller Olsen, was later convicted of her murder. He had been intoxicated the night of her disappearance and had attacked Birna after offering her a ride. The murder of her left a profound mark on Iceland, a country known for its tranquility and safety. This case not only highlighted the vulnerabilities that can arise even in environments that may seem secure and safe, but it also shows the importance of community in times of crisis. This was an 8-day missing case, and the community and the police took every day to search for her of those 8 days that she was missing. The dedication alone by the volunteers is unimaginable. Birna's family underscores a deep sense of unity and resilience people from Iceland show in the face of tragedy. Birna's murder remains one of Iceland's rare and deeply heartbreaking criminal cases, forever etched in her name in the nation's memory. And again, I want to apologize for any mispronunciations in the Icelandic tongue, but I do want to bring this case to light to people to see that even in the most safest of countries and environments, things can still happen. Thank you. In July of 2023, 38-year-old Fedra Walker from Los Angeles. She went missing from the South Side under very mysterious circumstances. Now, Fedra had recently undergone surgery, and soon after, she disappeared without a trace. Her family, especially Aunt Marlena Walker, described her as fun-loving and easygoing, but not very street smart, but always caring. Marlena, her aunt, expressed a deep frustration with the slow pace of the investigation and what she notes as a lack of urgency from the authorities. Despite filing a missing persons report, her family felt that law enforcement had not done enough for Fedra. She notes, per her own words, they had not even requested a recent photograph of her. This is really interesting because usually a picture is requested of the missing person. Fedra's family is one of many who are struggling with the agony of not knowing what happened to their loved one. Her phone was left behind, and there have been no signs of where she might have gone or who she might have been with. As days became weeks and weeks became months, Fedra's case highlights the broader crisis of women missing in America. Many of them disappear without generating any media attention or public outcry. If you or anyone has information on Fedra Walker's disappearance, you are encouraged to contact the local authorities. See the number down below. For families enduring the heartache of a missing loved one, there are foundations like the Black and Missing continue to provide critical support. This would help them immensely. If you have any information at all regarding her case, please call the South Los Angeles Police Department at 213-972-7828. Any information will be helpful. Thank you. As noted, I always give updates when possible. For Fedra, she was found some 2 months after she was missing. Wound up in a place called Bond Park. Now, she did not live in the neighborhood. She did sometimes stay in Hollywood in her truck, but she had nothing to do with that place, nothing in common there. Now, she was found near a bush and a tent along the 3200 block of Los Feliz Boulevard. And strangely enough, she was covered by a blanket. Even the cause of her passing was not specific. It's called undetermined right now. So as of now, her case is closed. but they still need to understand how she passed. Thank you to everyone.